Hi, I'm Dr. Carla and I've been promising this video for a really long time, and this is a video with just a couple of short stretches to help with back and hip mobility. The two are really closely linked, and I treat so many of you for tight hips and a tight back. So this is a quick routine you can do whenever you get 5 minutes, just to increase mobility and stretch out all those aches and pains. So on the floor, if you can use a mat. You can have cushions handy for your knees if your knees don't like being on the floor. And today you might want to have a belt or some kind of strap handy. Move 1, very simple cat-cow. And this isn't just a stretch, this is more of a mobilizing move. Very simple. You start with your hands under your shoulders, your knees under your hips, and all we do is we flex and extend the spine. So you lift the bum, you open the chest and the throat slightly. You don't lift the head too high up, and you might breathe in or out that way. Let's say we breathe in. Then you tuck the bum under, lift the back to the ceiling and drop the head and breathe out. Breathing in, lifting the bum. Breathing out, dropping the bum. And you're moving your spine in a really spacious way. Once you've got the hang of that, you could start looking left and you could start looking right. Try and keep the arms really straight as you're doing this. Try not to bend them, because we're not looking at doing any arm work. This is back work, and that's a great one to start with. Okay, move 2 is a twist. So laying on your back, and you can have the strap handy. A very, very simple twist. And you can start with your feet on the floor. We're going to be dropping the knees over to the side. You can start with your feet on the floor, or for a slightly deeper stretch, you can start by hugging those knees in. Just make sure the head and shoulders are really heavy, that your spine is grounded. Taking a big breath in, arms nice and wide, palms up. And as you exhale, just dropping the knees one way. Make sure the feet come to the floor. Lots of people I see keep the feet off the floor, but that's an active stretch, and we want this to be passive. So relaxing the feet all the way down, relax the knees, and you've got a lovely twist in the lower back and the hips. And then if you want to finish the twist off, you can gaze the opposite way to your knees. Taking big breaths into your belly. And big breaths out as you relax the spine, relax the shoulders, relax the head. If you find that you have tight hips, this is where the strap might come in. Once you've had about a minute or 2 there, you can pop a strap or a belt around that top foot, staying in the same position, but just kicking the heel out. And what that's going to do is stretch all the way up the outside of this leg. Those of you that have been to me will know how painful it is when you have a tight IT band across the side hip. So just holding a strap, making sure the foot's super heavy. Breathe in. And always try and come back to centre on the exhale. So big breath in and a slow breath out, returning back to centre. And then you do that on the other side in your own time. Okay, for the next move, it's a lovely lower back stretch. So I've got a cushion here. You might need a cushion if you can't sit cross-legged. It really helps to pop a little cushion under the bum and lift the hips up. If you can't sit cross-legged, you could do this on a chair, or you could always take the cross just a little bit looser, because it's not so much the legs that we're interested in, it's this lower back. So it's a big breath in. And then you start folding. Now notice how my chin is lifted as I fold here. So I'm not folding from the upper back, I'm folding from my hips. I'm letting my my belly come forward, chest come forward, my heart stays nice and open, and once I've gone as far as I can, keep letting the spine go and go and go. And I'm feeling that in my lower spine, around my sacrum, a bit higher up in that lumbar spine. So if you know that you have a tight back, this is a really lovely stretch. But in addition, because you're cross-legged, or in whatever cross feels good for you, it's stretching the hips. So you make sure that once you've done it this way, change the cross on those legs and go again. Keep the throat open, the heart open until you've gone as far as you can. And then let it curl down. And then for our final stretch, we're getting deeper into those hips. So you might want to have a wall handy. I'm going to show you the mat version first. It's a very simple figure of 4 stretch. So all we do is we cross an ankle over the opposite knee, and we just gently, you could stay there and you might feel the stretch already. If you can lift the foot a little, you might want to put a cushion underneath that foot, or if you can, hold underneath the thigh and draw it in. So you're not holding the knee that's closest to you, you're holding the back of the leg that's furthest away. And you'll breathe in, and you should feel that somewhere around this hip. What is a much nicer stretch to do though is to do it against the wall, because when you're doing it on the mat, you're holding yourself in tension. So if you come to the wall and you just simply lift the legs up, cross the ankle again, start with the straight leg, and then slowly bend that foot, bend the knee. And you'll find that you don't have to hold on, there's no tension in the arms, I can relax my neck, I can relax my shoulders, and I've got a lovely stretch in that hip. If you're super flexible and you don't feel it, yeah, just bring your bum even closer, or you can just hug it in here. And you want to be holding these stretches for at least a minute or 2, because the muscles need at least a minute or 2 to fully let go and to just start creating that little bit of muscle memory. So there, 4 really quick and easy stretches to mobilize all across the hips, the back, and keep your eye out for other stretches that I'm going to be doing, which are for your legs and your upper body. Any questions? Drop me a message.